I can be pretty vicious if I have to, and I don't like to be, but it's a side that shows its face, unfortunately, at times, throughout my life. So,
So when you started rapping, like, were you doing ciphers, battles, or just like rapping at the lunch tables at school? Like, how did it start for you?
yeah, lunch tables at school were always something that, it wasn't even that, not battles, because not a lot of people in my school rapped. And if they did, no one was like, let's battle. It was more just like kicking bars at the lunch table with the little desk banging and just, and you would just go over it and just whatever. Parties, sometimes if it was the right party, if people were into that, some parties, you had a lot of girls, they wanna listen to R&B and stuff like that. They don't wanna hear
Right,
a bunch
right.
of dudes from their high school rapping or however, old I was at that time, so but it depended on the parties. I never did any battle rapping. I'm not a battle rapper, like, that's not like I just told you, I'm more storytelling, and I'm not saying you can't tell stories in battle rap, but I think it's a little bit different. It just was never my forte. It, like, wasn't something I was like, "Oh, I wanna battle rap people." I just like to rap and make music. I wasn't really in it to battle people, I guess. Even though battling was a big part of hip hop, I get it in general. Just never really interested me. Just wasn't the style, I guess. I would rap about a lot of funny stuff and just like, yeah, it's not battle rap material, but yeah, just shit like that, man.
Were
Just
you already
ciphering.
Mike Vicious from the beginning, or you had another name before?
No, that was it, man, and that's funny. That was the first tattoo I had. I got that when I was 17 with a fake ID,
Oh,
MIC Vicious. I was still in high school. I was, like, one of the only kids in high school in 1999, 2000 with a tattoo. Um, but that was the name, and I don't even know who gave me that name. I don't think I made it up. Like, I think someone was just like, "Dude, Mike, why are you so vicious, bro?" Because if you really get to know me, like, I'm a super nice person, helpful, like, try to just do the right things. But if something bothers me and gets on the wrong side, I will admit I have a little bit of a short temper, and that's something I've always worked on throughout my life is I can be pretty vicious if I have to, and I don't like to be, but it's a side that shows its face, unfortunately, at times, throughout my life. So, when you feel like a good guy, it's like your fight or flight, I guess. You know what I mean? And mine is to turn vicious, I guess. So, like, that's how I got the name, Mike Vicious. But also, I would just say some crazy shit when I was rapping. I'm trying to think of something maybe I said, but just be like, "Oh, that was vicious." Just like, you know what I mean? That was kinda how I got the name.
right.
Even though I wasn't even rapping aggressively, like, I wasn't an aggressive rapper. I think it was just more people knew me, and then the bars are just vicious, I guess, at times. So, I don't know, man. It's a cool name. And it's my name, Mike, but M-I-C. And people are like, "Isn't that Mick Vicious?" I'm like, "Spell Mick. Excuse me, spell Mick. M-I-C-K. Alright, well, where are you getting Mick from M-I-C? How do you spell Mike? Cool. M-I-C-H.
Or
A lot of
just
people
even the microphone, though, right? Like,
microphone, like, dude, I'm not
yeah.
even yeah, exactly, and there's probably a bunch of other words we could break down, but I never, like it's just like, no, dude, Mick was just like, "We thought you were an Irish rapper." I'm like, "Come on, dog. I am part Irish, but come on, man." Like,
What did your parents do for work?
my dad was a mailman and my mom was a waitress, bro, so we was blue collar or whatever you call it. I forget what that terminology is. Basically, we whatever it's basic jobs, man. It was not anything that was super I don't know, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't they weren't lawyers or doctors or like but listen, at the end of the day, they were doing stuff that they enjoyed, and it provided money, it was stable. Um, and yeah, they had a lot of experience doing it. I think it was different for, like, people before us, man, like parents and stuff, like, a lot of them just stuck with just the job that they had, and college wasn't as big of a thing to do, and obviously there was no internet, so there wasn't a lot of these other jobs out here, like how I got into the music industry, but yeah, that's what they did, man, but, like, that you know what that taught me, though, man? That taught me a few things. It's like, you don't need all the money in the world to be happy and find success. That really starts within and who you surround yourself with and kinda how you paint your reality. Obviously, we all need money to survive, but it taught me that, but also taught me hard work.
Mhm.
Dude, as soon as I turned 12 or 11 or probably when I got those turntables, it was get a job. I'm like, "Fucking 12." I don't know if I curse on you, but it's like, "I'm 12." Like, "What do you mean?" Like, got a paper route. Hated it. Quit after, like, 3 weeks, but got a
We
job.
prefer that you curse.
Oh, okay, preferred word. Alright, so, fuck it. So, but it was instilled early to work hard, don't wait for anybody, get it yourself, basically. And it's like, provide. If you oh, you like that? Okay, go get a job and buy it. My dad's famous thing, and if you ever heard this, you would laugh, is, we had at one house we lived in, we had a garage, and it's connected to the house, and I would go outside and play basketball or do whatever. And if I left the garage open too long, he'd come out and be like, "You think we're heating the whole neighborhood?" Just like,
Right,
bro,
right.
what are you talking about, man? Like, the heat ain't even going out of the garage. Like, it's in the house. Is there a heater in the garage? No. But like, the idea was just to instill things cost money. There are
Consideration.
expenses. Yeah, to just being a parent, and they were raised extremely differently, a lot more strict and things of that nature. Just parents in general, grandparents, things were just much different, obviously. But like, things, it might sound silly, but those types of things instill in you that, listen, my dad worked hard for the money. He didn't have a lot of money, wasn't rich, being a mailman. They paid decently and good benefits and things of that
Mhm.
nature, and vacation. Like, dude, I'm not saying it's a pretty decent job, but it's not like we're loaded. So it's like, remember, hey, and more my sister, you're in the shower for 20 minutes, cutting the water. Like, you
Right.
can't, like, this wasn't a free for all here. You have to learn that things cost money, and it's not free. And I think that's a problem nowadays with a lot of younger people. And I have nieces and stuff. It's just, they have to understand that things cost money. Everything's not going to be handed to you. So that was instilled in me very early on. But it was never like, go out there and become a millionaire and this, that, or that's why I feel like I'm very humbled on being able to provide for myself, but also be able to provide for so many creators. And sometimes my creators, not even sometimes, a lot of times, are doing more things than me financially. Like, I'm happy. That actually makes me happy. Money is not the end all be all for me. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
there's people out there that would rip off 100 people to go make $1 million. But I'm just like, why? I'll take 100 grand and we can all split it. Like, but I'll be there every day to help you. You know what I mean? So again, I just think all these things from like what my parents did, they were very hardworking jobs. They're all physical. You're on your feet all day, even though I'm not on my feet all day, which is hilarious. But the work ethic was instilled in me very early. I had chores to do. You know what I mean? Like, my parents didn't play, man. They're super cool, but they didn't play. They supported my music. I just told you they bought me turntables. But it's
Right.
like, all right, you want to do this? Then you got to do this, this, and this. So I wasn't just like, here you go. Here's everything on a platter. No,
They
not, dude,
instilled good
not at
morals
all.
in you though.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
that's what I try to pass on to creators as I work with them as well, is just to instill the same habits that I have, and understanding how to make the right decisions, based on that. So anyhow, but I appreciate you answering that question, man. It's because I think parents and how you were brought up really direct where you're going in life, and that's why it's important.
Right.
You know what I mean? So